Hello, soul friends. This is Miriam. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is all about what is going well in your connection, what needs some work in your connection, okay? And so I'm having you pick with images today, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. Remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot and oracle reading is simply your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or it is just your subconscious mind helping you answer life ponders. And if you look at it either way, that is healthy and you're in the right place. So welcome back. My cat is definitely hovering around pile 1 there. Take that as a sign if you wish. Go ahead and pick more than one card if you wish. I'm sorry, she's hopping around. Okay. The decks that we are using today are these ones. These ones. I know that they're in rough shape. Don't judge me. Okay. All right, go ahead and focus in on your piles. We will see you in your individual readings. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. So if you picked this pile, you got chemistry, baby. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. That's so hot. Okay, so congratulations for 1. For 2, let's get into what's going right in this connection. Talking. Okay, so it's not just a physical chemistry going on. We have interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. I guess I'm not cool enough or hip enough to know what that means. Okay, so aside from the hoovering thing, because I don't know what that means. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if someone knows what that means. What I'm seeing here is that this isn't just a connection that is physical. It's a connection that is, you're talking, they actually text you back. It feels nice because like sometimes people don't do that. And it almost feels like they aren't quite sure, or maybe you're not quite sure if it's like too good to be true, okay? I am sensing that this is a romantic connection for most of you. So this card, let's go ahead and see what needs to be worked on in this relationship. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Okay, so I'm getting a bunch of different things for this card. My y'alls. You like that? Anyway, so like my people, I'm like my y'alls, because I say y'all a lot. Y'all notice that. Anyway, I digress. Some of you, I'm going to say right off the bat, let's just get this out of the way, no judgments. Some of you in this new relationship need to get rid of some old pictures that you have. And like as soon as I said that, I feel that like at least one person or maybe 2 were like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about those. Okay, yeah, go ahead and get rid of those, okay? Because it's not something that you are reminiscing anyway. Quite frankly, I think most of you forgot they were there. It could mess up the perception of your significant other if they were to stumble upon them somehow. Also, learn from past mistakes. So if you've had issues with social media or pictures and how you trusted those to be okay and maybe they weren't okay, or maybe you just ended up like having pictures with somebody that you ended up not staying with and now you're like, man, I wish we wouldn't have taken those pictures. And that can be just any pictures, you dirty-minded folk. Like, you see how I flipped it there to shame you instead of me being shamed? A lot of people too, it could just be pictures of you having fun with this person, or posts that you put on social media where you're like, this person's my one and only, and then like you're like, just kidding, they suck. You have to move on with your life because they turned out to be a horrible person or something like that. Any event, go ahead and get rid of any old pictures that you have that's clicking for any of you. If you have something that immediately popped into your mind that you need to get rid of, go ahead and get rid of it. The rest, I'm seeing some are feeling like they can't trust this connection, or they can't trust that it's like the real thing or the real deal just because it's going so well, and maybe you haven't had things that happened so well in the past. And the cards are basically saying, in the message that I'm picking up is saying that you don't have to worry, that this is going to be okay. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, don't let your past get in the way of this new relationship. What else do I see that I need to say? Yeah, make memories. That's what I wanted to say. This is a good thing. So make sure you're capturing the moments you are having with this person. If maybe something bad happened in your past and you're like, I'm not taking any of those pictures anymore, it'll jinx us. You know, like pictures of you standing under waterfalls. I don't know why you guys' minds keep going there. Stop it. It's not okay. I'm just kidding. I'm talking about all kinds of pictures. Okay. So anywho, that being all said, my silly humor aside, make memories with this person. Don't feel like, oh, I'm jinxing it by enjoying myself. Okay, is the main message I'm getting for you, pile ones. Now, let's get some tarot just to give you some more confirmation and clarification on your relation. Okay. I don't need much. Okay, here we go. That one poking out there is talking to me. And let's do maybe one more. Oh, hello. Okay. Da-di-da-di-da. Making room. Okay, so the clarification that I'm seeing here is speaking very strongly towards, oh, my bad. Yoink. I wasn't looking at the camera. I was trying to sit lower than it so that my stinking shadow isn't in your way. There we go. Yes, that's better. And my shadow is still in the way. Okay, walking over here. Okay, so what I see with the Two of Swords is I see, again, this idea of like, you can't see what's coming with this new person, right? But this other person that's behind you now, that, or people that hurt you in the past, is making you feel like you don't know if you can trust them because of that past hurt, okay? And you don't want to get duped, and you don't want to feel sad and feel like this was silly. Here's what I want to give you for advice. Like, you can never be sure if someone's going to dupe you, okay? People have a will of their own, and if they're really good at duping, they might dupe you someday, and you may have been duped in the past. But with this relationship, what I'm seeing is like you being so worried about that you're not seeing what's in front of you, and it's kind of holding you back and making you feel bad, okay? Making you feel like you can't trust, making you feel like you don't know if you should trust this relationship. A lot of times, Two of Swords means that you're having a hard time picking between two things. But in this particular instance, I'm seeing you as having this thing behind you that isn't there anymore, that hurt you. And you're not seeing what's right here in front of you that's actually a good thing that wants to join you, if that makes any sense. Somebody that wants to fly along beside you instead of being over you like they are in this image. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up from this card in this reading. In this one, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, and Page of Wands is usually feeling inspired by something new. Because it's in the reverse, this is also speaking to that distrust of not knowing if this is going to be okay. Here's the deal. You'll never know, even if you're a tarot card reader, if someone down the line is going to end up hurting you, okay? You can read on current energies. You can try to interpret the signs and all that stuff. But bottom line, when it comes down to it, part of why relationships fail is because there's not a lot of trust, okay? And a lot of the distrust comes from a past relationship, not the one that you're currently in, okay? And bleeds into this new one, and then everybody ends up getting hurt. So my point is that when you do that, it's like you're building this whole repetitive cycle, okay? And it keeps you from enjoying what you've got in front of you. Do you understand what I'm saying? The cards in this are speaking to me by their images more so than the actual traditional meaning of the cards. So if you're like, that's not what Seven of Pentacles means, it does in this reading. Deal with it. Man, I'm being so saucy in this reading, y'all. I'm not sure why. Maybe some of you are saucy. Maybe some of you need some sauciness to make you understand. Okay, so anywho, do you see how she's got all these little eyes? A lot of times I use little eyes like that for protection symbols in my work. So anywho, it's like she's protecting herself. She's hovered around her little bounty, and she's waiting and waiting and waiting to feel like it's safe enough to go ahead and enjoy herself, okay? Is what I'm seeing in connection to these cards here. And everything is fine. There's nothing around her that she needs to worry about. She's protected. She's got her fruit. She's gonna be good. All right, moving on. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And see how she's like mending her little dress while she's wearing it, okay? It shows an innovativeness, but in this particular spread, it shows me that it's like you're trying to enter into this new relationship, and you've still got the ish from the last one, the shiz from the last one, okay? And she's still got her old dress on from before, and she's like, I have time to get a new dress. Let's just fix this one. I don't have time to take this one off and fix it. Just gonna fix it right here. We're gonna fix it right now. And hopefully, we'll just get done and everything will be fine, okay? I see that as an energy, again, of you having the past kind of come around and affect your present, okay? And I don't want that to happen because it seems like in the long run, let's go back to our good news, right? There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And it's not just about hinky-pinky sexy stuff. It's about talking, being actually interested in each other, conversing more, watching movies and talking and enjoying, talking about a book you've read, talking about something weird you both saw in the news. You just love talking about anything. If you found somebody you can talk to and you have a strong chemical attraction to them, I say it's worth the risk. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't work out, how would you ever know if you don't try? Okay? And just because somebody hurt you in the past doesn't mean they're going to hurt you in the future. And I'm going to bring up manifestation. You can manifest anything you want in life, so they say. And so, I realize there's things in life you cannot change, but you are allowed to look at a new relationship and say, this might work out. And it doesn't mean that you're ignoring a red flag. Now, if you're seeing red flags, you should not ignore them. If you're not sure what red flags even are, you should look into it and talk to somebody and get an idea of what red flags to you are. What would be deal breakers for you? Journal about it. Okay, what do you really want from a relationship? And just trust that if it doesn't work out, that will also be for the best in the long scheme of things. But what I'm seeing here is a good, strong connection, people who talk to each other. If you can talk to each other, I bet you could talk to this person about your fears, okay? But speaking from personal experience, try not to make them feel like you're already accusing them of doing something, because so far, as far as I'm getting with all of this energy I'm feeling here, this person is pretty solid for my pile ones, okay? So I hope that is helpful to you. My cat is crying, so I'm going to go. I'm not going to go check on him, though. He's just trying to get me to go down there and play fetch. And I'm not falling for it. I'll play with him in a little while. Anyway, that being said, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe, share so my channel can grow. If you would like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so listed in the description box. I thank you kindly for your time and attention. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So if you picked this pile, let's go ahead and see what your card says. Passion, baby. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Well, I would say that is very, very positive, my pile 2s. Let's find out what's going well in this little relationship. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude. Bliss. So if you're not yet with this person, go ahead and start manifesting the person that you want. Okay. And when I say manifest the person that you want, I'm sorry for it focusing in and out. It's my shadow. It keeps popping in. It's being very shadowy tonight. But my light above is being very glary-y tonight. So I couldn't pick which one to annoy you with the most. So I went with the shadow. Anyway, when I say manifest the person that you want, I mean not trying to like force the person that you have a crush on to start liking you if they clearly aren't interested, okay? And I'm not saying that's what anybody's doing, but I feel like people, when I do individual readings, they get like frustrated when I say, well, you can manifest anything you want. And they're like, but I want Brad. And I'm like, okay, but like Brad, not, if you don't have Brad, then Brad isn't what you want. Do you see what I'm saying? And I know you're thinking, that's BS. I want Brad so bad. I'm just using the name Brad loosely here. If there is actually somebody out there who is actually thinking about somebody named Brad, you know, you can always comment that or send me an email if you're, you know, wanting to keep that private. But that would be really a great connection piece, wouldn't it, if it was actually somebody out there named Brad? Anyway, if you want this person so bad, okay, and they don't want you and you're not getting with them and nothing is happening, then it's probably a good idea to manifest not that person, but what is it in that person that you think you want, okay? What is it in any person that you think you want? Better yet, what is the ideal person for you? Who is that person? What would they look like? What would they do for a living? All of that. How would they treat you, etc. and so forth? How you would fit into each other's families, etc. and so forth, your careers. That's what I mean by manifesting, especially if you're not with somebody currently. Don't focus on the specific person that you're crushing on specifically. Think about drawing in the perfect person for you. And if that person you're crushing on is that person, they will pick up on that energy, baby, and they will come for you. Okay, that all being said, let's see what we need to work on. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation. I can't get that to focus and I don't understand what I'm looking at. Persistent, working on it. Okay. If somebody can see what that word says, let me know. I can't even read it. It looks like a big blurry mess. I don't know if that's my eyes or a printing issue or what. Okay. So with the hammer and rebuilding, the main thing that I see with a hammer is like building abundance. I'm going to throw that back into this manifestation piece for those of you that need to manifest this person or the person that you want to feel passion for. Oh, maybe some of you are in a great relationship that's full of love and caring, but it might lack a little passion. I feel that. Okay. So there's all kinds of ways to build passion in an already good relationship, okay? Communication is key, but you also have to start building a foundation of like trust and mutual respect and mutual communication. And so if that is going on, which I feel like it might be, or I wouldn't have started talking about it, I think that that's worth looking into, my pile twos, is communicating with your person, okay? if you're lacking passion that you want in your relationship. Because it seems like the person that you are reading this pile for is passionate about you, okay? And that you guys have an abundant, at least potential for passion, okay? So, yes. Let's go ahead and get some tarot to clarify what I'm seeing here. Nothing wrong with passion. Okay. Please bear with my shadow as I figure out what I'm doing with my life after I shuffle these cards. Okay. Checking my camera. Scooching this over. Scooching these over. Making some room. Okay. Okay, we have the King of Wands. Four of Swords. Ten of Swords. And the Hermit. What we need to work on in this connection or relationship. Okay. So what I'm seeing here with the King of Wands and the Four of Swords, and it doesn't matter which is represented by which, okay? But I'm guessing, since wands are fiery and all about inspiration and passion, I'm going to go ahead and say that in this connection with this person, this is mostly representing the other person. And this is mostly representing my pile twos, okay? And what I'm seeing here with this person is that they are passionate and ready to go as far as this connection is concerned, okay? So if this is actually a connection where you're actually like specifically with someone, they are all in, baby, okay? I am seeing a little bit of coldness on your part, or the part of my people represented by this card. Not in the sense of like you totally icing them out, but like waiting and seeing and taking things slow, okay? But you don't want to get stuck in that position. Does that make sense to everyone? Because you don't want to go fully into hermit mode, is what I'm seeing there, in order to build this connection that you're going after. And if you're already in a connection and you're seeing someone, you've worked for this a long time. This is something that you manifested your whole life, okay? Of like trying to find love is the main thing I'm starting to feel for sure. And so it's not like you're not hopeful or that you're not passionate for this person. It's like you're waiting to see what's going to happen. For those of you that might be lacking passion in your relationship that you already have, that's a good relationship, but it's just lacking passion, okay? It looks like this person's kind of feeling iced out because they're waiting for this person to make like a passionate move, and maybe they're not, okay? You're going to have to maybe come out of that mode and put yourself out there a little bit more, the people in that pile. I hope this is making sense. I'm picking up like 3 different things at once, and I'm like, bleh. Yes. But what I'm seeing is a good connection here. I'm just seeing that like on the part of what we need to improve upon, like this is mainly a good, main energy that we're getting. I want you to remember always is that it was a really, passionate connection, and abundance is the thing that's going right. Okay. So you guys have positive mindsets. Everything's going well, bliss, soak up that bliss, enjoy it, build more bliss with it. Okay. And then to work on things, I'm noticing that the tarot cards that are coming out for these readings are being like all about the what to work on. Okay. Focus on the aspects and look up King of Wands if you don't know a lot about tarot. It's a very, very positive thing. So I'm going to pause just for a second. I'm getting a call. Hang on. And we're back. Sorry about that. Pile 2. I was just in the middle of videoing this, and then I got a call that was important and I needed to go. It was for private readings. So, okay. See how quick I jump at private readings? You can have one too. Okay, anyway. So back to this reading. So what I'm seeing for my piles who want to build passion, I want you to focus on the rebuilding aspect of the hammer card, okay? And then I also finally noticed that this word says repetitive. That's what that says. The T's and I dots were all blending together with what was next to them, and I was seeing these weird H's with like accents over the top of them. I was like, what language is this? And this is not a language I've seen or heard of. Okay. So that all being said, my pile twos, focus on the passion, okay? If you need to rekindle it with another person that you're already with, that is totally possible, okay? You just need to recharge, work on it, okay? Be persistent. If you are manifesting a person that you want, manifest King of Wands energy, okay? Manifest what you want, write down who you want, and bring that person forward. Not the specific person you have in mind, but the overall energy of the perfect person that is out there for you, okay? And then if you are also trying to rekindle that passion, make sure that you communicate with your partner and tell them what you need and want. I'm seeing passion coming from the other person very strongly in all of the connections, okay? So if you haven't even met this person yet, someone is out there looking for someone exactly like you, all right? But you need to get out a little bit more with your communication and yourself. You need to maybe even go out a little bit more of your comfort zone and put yourself out there to get the passion that you need. Okay, my pile twos. I hope this was helpful. I apologize for my shadow being so shadowy. If this was helpful, please leave me comments on how it was helpful. Also, like and subscribe. Also, give me ideas on new topics you'd like to see. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in the description box. I thank you kindly for being here. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So if you picked this pile, then let's see what we have here. We have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And then for what's going well, we have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. I apologize for the focusing in and out. It's because of my shadow. I can't figure out a way to get it to not glare this time of day. And then for what you need to work on, we have the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. Okay. So what I'm seeing for some of the energy in this pile, it's kind of mixed. So let me put these here, and then I'll sit over here so that my shadow is out of your way. Okay. So with the honeymoon card, I would usually feel like this is the sense that like this is a new relationship. And if so, then make new memories, I guess, would be the message for these guys. But what I mainly got the sense of when I first pulled this card was this idea that this is a relationship that is like from your past somehow. And that you have like memories of this person from before. I'm definitely picking that up for somebody in this that's watching this. So whatever this memory is, it's nostalgic to you, okay? And that maybe there's this like chance of a rekindling of this relationship, or you're at least thinking about it. Some of you, I don't know if you're rekindling this relationship or not, or if you've just been reflecting on like a relationship that was like a huge significance for you, like a first love or just a great love in your life. But I also see with this snake that there's some kind of icky stuff. And don't get me wrong, y'all, I love snakes. And so I usually see a snake card and I'm like, yay, it's a snake. But like in this particular case, they're like doing like the snake, like people use it in the, you know, shifty, underhanded, sneaky snake kind of way. With the competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. So I think if this was a past relationship for some, that possibly there was some infidelity involved. Which I always feel bad when I see that, because that always feels like hard. For me, it's like a total deal breaker, you know? And so like it's hard for, like, it's not that I haven't tried to forgive and move on from a situation, but I've proven that I'm not capable in most cases. So anyway, that all being said, I feel for you if there was an infidelity. If there was an infidelity and you are thinking of rekindling, I'm seeing this in a couple of different ways. Either some of you are worried about whether or not you can trust this person, and some of you know you can't trust this person. Excuse me. And so I think with some of you, you know you can't trust them, so there's no intention of getting back together with them. Okay. But you've just been reflecting on the relationship a lot. And then with the other one, it's like this idea of sorry, my the energy is it's thick, but it's like it's thick enough that it's weighing me down a little bit. I apologize. I've got like 3 different energies coming in. You guys know what that does to me if you've read if you've read with me a few times. So if this is a new relationship altogether and this isn't someone from your past, I see this as being like in the honeymoon phase, okay? And that you're making new memories and that everything feels fresh and new. And what needs work is some kind of a weird competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman kind of vibe. I think for some, if it's a new relationship, that possibly that I feel something around the idea of a weird competition, like a couple competition, which is not unheard of. Like sometimes you can, compete with each other. Like maybe if you're in college and you just met, one of you gets better grades than the other one, it's just easier to go to school and you're struggling, or vice versa, and kind of creates tension between you. It also could be that it's a new relationship and one of you is having trouble trusting and looking over the shoulder. Like maybe the other person in this relationship, and you're the person in pile 3 watching this, but your person is like suspicious all the time, even though things are going really good. It's almost like that's why they're suspicious. That could be something that I'm picking up as well. Let me take a breath for a second and see if there's something else that's coming through before I start pulling the tarot. Okay, I don't see or hear any other stories going along with this, other than I saw the side face of a woman and her eye was closed, but she was like crying, and that's why her eye was closed. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but I always say whatever pops in there because you never know. Okay, you'll see my shadow being all shadowy while I bump these around to try to give us room skis. I'm so sorry that it's so blurry. I'll start filming these at a different time or a different room, I guess. All right, so let's get some tarot to clarify. Ooh. Hi, buddy. Sorry, I bumped my cat and woke him up. Okay, let's see. Do we need anything else? There we are. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's look and see what we can see. You're going to see my shadow as I flip these over one by one. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. The Magician. Ooh, the Ten of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So pile 3, this is all very interesting. Sorry, did I just... Okay. This is all very interesting because the different energies that I'm picking up are very complicated. Let's see. Because like we have a relationship that was in the past, okay? So let's go ahead and start with that, with the people who had a relationship in the past and you have no intention of getting back together with that past person. You've just been thinking about that relationship a lot, particularly about the honeymoon phase and how good it felt to first be in love, okay? Nostalgic memories of that, like, you know, it's like a drug, this intoxicating, like, euphoric feeling that you had, okay? So what I'm seeing with the Ace of Wands, like the Aces are always about new beginnings. And the Ace of Wands is all about fire and passion and inspiration. And so it also is corresponding to summer and the time of afternoon when the sun is at its highest and brightest peak, okay? And usually that means that a good sunshiny time should be coming about for you, okay? And if you're reading this about a connection or romance, but you're thinking about something that didn't work out in the past, and you know it didn't for a reason, and you're just looking back at the time when you really fell in love and how nostalgic and good it felt, you possibly, what I think are looking at is somebody new, or just you're thinking about getting back out there and looking for love, or you've been out there looking for love, okay, is what I'm picking up there. So with the Ace of Wands, I see like a new beginning coming in for you. With the Magician card, man, I feel bad for people that watch my videos all the time when I bring this up, but it's also good news if you're a good manifester, and I'm getting manifestation energy in your reading. With the Magician, I see that coming along the way, either you're going to be able to manifest the perfect partner by thinking about not a specific person, but specific qualities of any person that you could call towards you in a partner, okay? Because a lot of times if we think about the ideal partner for ourselves, we think about the good looking, you know, they work in a certain field, they do things in a certain way, and that's not usually how people find bliss with another human being, okay? It's usually not going to be somebody that you expect, all right? And so with that in mind, the person that you are manifesting or that you want to have in your life is going to be that perfect match feeling. You see what I'm saying? Because look at this, that is the Ten of Cups, which is gorgeous, happy ending, family, romantic, you know, get married, I want to have 10,000 of your babies kind of stuff, okay? And then with the Page of Pentacles, that's also a card that hints at a message coming very soon, okay? But particularly the Page of Pentacles is like, you know, somebody might pop into your life at any second that's going to have the answer for you, whatever that answer is to your questions that you have, okay? And so I feel like with that card popping up where it did, and with the energy that I'm feeling for the people who this was about a past relationship that was just about the feelings that you had of being in love, and you would never be with that person again because of how they treated you, but you would like to feel love again like you felt for that person. I'm seeing that you will have this. You just need to manifest that energy, okay? And if you're like, but I already am, keep at it. Something is holding back for a reason, okay? And usually it's something about yourself not being ready. As frustrating as that sounds, I feel like I can be brutally honest on here because it's free. No one has to be here if they don't want to. Okay, so that being said, I see that if you do this, there is happy endings for you, my friends, okay? And it would happen soon. You just have to be ready, all right? So that's what I see for those people. Now let me tell you about the people. So if that was your energy, then that was your reading, my friends. If that was how you were resonating, you can hop out of here if you're tired of listening to me ramble on. I don't blame you. Okay. But if you want to see me say goodbye properly, you'll have to wait till the end of the video. All right, that being said, those of you who are thinking about a past relationship and it's rekindling, okay, and you're worried about the snaky stuff, I'm seeing here that it's also looking positive, okay? Because with the Ace of Wands, that's a new beginning, okay? Also, fire cleanses and purges things away, okay? And so I'm thinking that whatever happened in the past, like maybe it was like, you know, I don't know. This is just a scenario. This is nothing I'm picking up psychically, I promise you. It's just a scenario. Like, say it was like high school, but like it was your first love and you really were in love with them, but they cheated on you, you know, and now you're like in your late 20s or early 30s or even older, and like you're kind of rekindling with that same person. You're like, can I trust them? They really wrecked me up the first time. Like, sometimes people do grow up, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm seeing with the Ace of Wands that this is like a new beginning, new fiery inspiration, that it's going to end up well, okay, and that you've perfected what you have done poorly in the past, or they have, or both of you have, if that makes any sense. And you should be getting a message about that coming soon. Happy ending energy for the people who had a past relationship that is trying to rekindle. Now, let's talk about the people who haven't met someone yet and you want this. I'm flipping messing this up. I don't feel like that was the right one. All right, hang on. Let me tap into my third eye because I feel like I'm losing my brain. Oh, if this is a new relationship that has just sprung up and you're wondering if you can trust that person. Okay, that's right. Whew. Sorry. I was like, am I tapping into the wrong energy of someone? I was. I'm pretty sure that all of you have met this person in this reading. If this is if you're someone who hasn't met your person, check out pile 2. You might be in the right one there. Okay, so let's blah, blah, blah. All right, so for those of you who have started a new relationship, it is not one from your past. This is all new to you, okay? This could be someone from a past life. I need to throw that out there real quick. I didn't consider that before, but with that past looking energy of these people in a long ago time, it could very well be that this is someone from a past life, okay? That you're making new memories with this person and it feels great. Now let's figure out this snake energy. I can't tell if you're worried or if they're worried. So what I'm seeing there is like, no, neither of you are going to mess the other one over as far as I can see. Like if this is a new relationship, this is a very positive card to get, y'all. And like sometimes people say the magician is like somebody who could be seen as shady, okay? But I'm just going to say a couple of things about that interpretation. If he was like surrounded by like the 7 of Swords, which is like the shady AF card, I would say, yeah, maybe somebody's like telling you lies or whatever. But because The Magician, historically, people who did like witchcraft and stuff were seen as like evil people who were just using it to manipulate. And now we all know that that's not true, and that they're not Satanists. Different religions, and that Satanists aren't even usually understood either. So anyway, that all being said, with the Magician being in this position between the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and then with the Page of Pentacles, I'm seeing naught but good, which means I'm seeing lots of good. Means I'm seeing nothing but good. So, no matter which of those three energies you fell into, sorry, that was kind of a long one, I'm seeing good things for my pile of threes. Okay, so thank you so much, pile of threes. If you liked this reading, please like and subscribe. Give me comments on how you resonated with this reading. Also, give me ideas on topics you'd like to see in the future. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, always look in the description box, as there are ways to do so listed there. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, you all. Bye. Hello, pile 4. So if you picked this pile, let's look and see what this card says first. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Man, a lot of manifestors have been in these readings, let me tell you, because all of the cards I've been getting lately are like, you can manifest stuff too. And I wonder if viewers ever believe that when people on these things tell you that you should. Okay, so it basically means that you can manifest whatever you want. I always tell people it's always a good thing to manifest aspects of the perfect spouse or partner, not trying to manifest some specific person into doing what you want, okay? It usually gets better results if you do it the other way. So let's look and see what these little bad boys have to... This one represents what's going well in this relationship. Keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand, okay. And this one says Cupid's arrow. This is what we need to work on. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, and hesitation. Okay. So, sorry about my shadow. I will sit off to the side as best as I can and try to do this as delicately as possible. Okay. With the calling in your soulmate card, you definitely have the ability to call in a person that you want. Here's what I'm getting for you guys, and I'm just being blunt, okay? So if this isn't you, if you're like, but I didn't do anything, then I believe you, yo. You probably just picked the wrong pile. And it's like maybe a different reading or a different pile, is the one you need to pick. You just, it happens. It's okay. But what I see is like, I see you wanting like that soulmate kind of love, but I see you maybe like not wanting to commit, actually. Okay. And maybe you just haven't met the right person yet to commit to. But it seems like if you're looking at this video because you're thinking about a specific person that you're starting to see in a romantic way, then possibly there are soulmate vibes calling you. What you would need to work on then in that case would be your own ability to have faith that this is maybe the real deal. And so cool it with the seeing other people thing until you know for sure it's not the real deal. Yeah. And don't hesitate. If you think this might be somebody who might be the one for you, like I'm telling you right now, like you can play the field all day long if you want, but if you think you found someone and this is something you care about, it's not for everybody, but if you feel like it's something you want, and I think it might be, or you wouldn't be looking at a reading like this, right? Or you'd be like, yep, I'm in the wrong pile. I don't know what she's talking about. Then I would say that possibly you might want to just, let this develop and see what's going on based on what I'm seeing with these 3 cards. But let's get some tarot and get some clarification for my pile 4s. Okay. You know what? I want these 2 as well. I don't know why. If we have to zoom out to see them all, we can make it work. I apologize for my shadow. It's very shadowy. I'm going to start trying to film these at different times or a different room. I really need to start utilizing space. Okay, here we go. I'll just do my best to get these all in the shot. All right, first off, and I'll get out of the way so that my shadow's not here, but we have the 10 of Swords. We have the Tower. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the King of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And we have the 4 of Swords. Okay. Oof, sorry. Okay. I'm going to sit off here to the side and read these bad boys. And I will try my best not to disturb the camera. Hopefully it won't blur because I can't see what it's doing right now while I'm over here. Okay, that being said, with the 10 of Swords, I feel like this is like, it can mean a lot of different things depending on the placement of the card. Obviously, the placement of this card is, to me, giving me a stagnant energy coming from you, pile 4s, and that is this idea that you're playing around with this idea that maybe this is your person, but you're not sure if you want to commit. You've been stuck in that mode for a while now, to the point where it could end up causing you more harm than good. Like, it's almost like the lack of commitment has sort of worked for you up to a certain point, but it must not be working for you all the way, or you wouldn't be looking up this person in this reading. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to judge or any of that. I'm just trying to make sure you understand where I'm coming from and make sure that you get what you want. You know what I mean? So like with the Tower card, that's like a foundation is crumbling that wasn't sturdy to begin with. So it's almost like the lack of commitment has sort of had you miss out on things that you could have had, or it could make you miss out on things that you could have if you don't commit. So possibly this connection is like a pretty good one. And if you're worried about changing, you could tear down all of that good stuff that's coming, because with the with the 4 of Cups, it's usually indicating a person that is like looking at the grass is always greener, doesn't see what's right in front of them, or they're bored with what they have, or they don't see what they have, or they don't see what's being offered to them, okay? And it's to their own detriment, all right? And possibly what you could be missing out on is somebody who has King of Cups energy. So whether you're male or female, or they are, it doesn't matter. The King of Cup energy is basically like the supreme maturity of a partner in the emotional sense, okay, in the loving sense. And so I think you could grow to be a person with that energy as well within this relationship if you get over your fear of commitment. With the Wheel of Fortune, like everything is supposed to be happening, it's good time. I'm seeing this definitely being in the reverse because you've been in this pattern for far too long. It's just confirmation of that to me. And then with the Four of Swords, it's like you're taking too long resting on your old laurels when you need to get up and move around, or you're going to stay frozen where you are. Yes, that is pretty much what I'm feeling from this pile. I'm not really getting anything else. So like very specific for pile 4. If you are somebody who's like, I've been married for 28 years, this makes no sense, you're definitely in the wrong pile. Okay, this is like very specific. Like if this wasn't like, dang, she's calling me out on my ish, then like you're in the wrong pile and definitely pick a different one. Because this is all I'm getting for pile 4. I'm trying not to cough while I say goodbye. If you like this reading, please leave me comments on how it resonated with you. Like and subscribe to my channel and share so my channel can grow. Give me ideas for topics you'd like to see in the future. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in my description boxes. Thank you kindly, pile 4s. I wish you all the best, and we will see you in our next one. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 5. So if you picked this pile, I'm going to apologize for my shadow, and then we'll move right along to it. You picked this girl with an arrow, and your message is, you deserve love. You are lovable, exclamation point. My gosh, it's like the universe is screaming something at you, pile 5s. Are you not loving yourselves? Okay, let's see what you're doing well with this person or relationship. Aw, heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Excellent. Let's see what needs to be worked on. Self-indulgent, fears, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Okay. Yes. So what I'm seeing for you, pile 5, is that you have a good thing going with your person. I'm seeing that you are both welcoming this, that it's a perfect fit and that things are going well, okay? But I'm seeing that if the universe is yelling at you that you are lovable, okay, and that you need to focus on self-appreciation, shadow work, I'm getting this sense of like people that are like, you're in that honeymoon phase of your relationship where you're all Twitter-pated and super excited to be together. And then like you move in and you're like living together for a while or whatever. And like you both will start to like have your first fights, and you'll both start to realize things about each other that you don't like, right? But it still doesn't mean that it's not a perfect fit. It doesn't mean that you're not lovable, okay? It's just regular life. Nothing's perfect. And so what I want y'all to focus on, I think, for this reading is this idea that no love is perfect, but it looks like this one is pretty close, okay? And that even though you're not perfect yourself, you don't need to worry. It doesn't mean that you're not worthy of this relationship and that you're not worthy of love, because that is simply, not the case, my friends. Sorry about that. I had a couple of decks up here on my little table, and I just knocked a bunch of them down. Nothing important though. Okay, got some good feelings about these being the right ones. It's a few more than I thought I would need, but hey, we do what we need to when it comes up. All right. I will try to stand up and not shadow you to death while I show you these beautiful cards. Here we go. Yes, the Two of Pentacles. The Emperor. Six of Wands. The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands. Okay, pile 5. Sorry about my shadow. I'm trying so hard. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that there is good balance between you and this person, okay? Emperor balance. Emperor is a perfect balance of like softness and hardness and leadership and not, you know, micromanaging and all of that. Six of Wands is a person held in high esteem, okay? And so I'm seeing this as like a good match. Like you guys are doing well, as far as I can tell. That rhymed. The Knight of Wands in the reverse is kind of the energy that I'm getting about you and your person. Mostly I'm getting it for your person, okay? And what I'm getting there is that I think sometimes when you feel like if you're not perfect and they might not like you anymore and they might leave you, you start feeling like they're kind of like lacking passion for you, or that they will, right? But what I'm seeing here is that this person is actually, with the Knight of Pentacles, they're actually taking it very slow because they want to not scare you off and drive you away. Because there's some kind of, they're aware of like the conflicts that you have had within, or at least the conflicts that you're having within yourself about the relationship. You may have shared your concerns, you know, like you might have like, you know, done something and you guys got into an argument and you're like, now you hate me. And they're like, no, I don't. And you're like, yes, you do. You know, that kind of thing. They're the calm one. They're going to stay calm no matter what kind of conflicts you have. Okay. And so I feel like this is a good match because you care so much, and it's not that this person doesn't care. They're more grounded and less likely to overthink things like I think some of you do. Sorry, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I do it all the time. So my point is that you don't have to worry. I'm seeing good things about this relationship, pile 5s. It's a good fit, and that all you need to do is relax and accept the fact that it's true, that you are lovable. This person is just as lucky to have you as you are to have them. That's the main thing I want you to remember, pile 5s, because it's true. It wouldn't fit so well if you weren't doing something great too. Okay? So keep that in mind. Neither of you are perfect, but you can be perfect for each other, as Robin Williams said in that movie that one time. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments on how it resonated with you. If you would like topics in the future, give me ideas on topics in the future. If you would like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. Thank you so much, my pile 5s. You deserve to be loved, okay? Please take that with you, all right? I love you all so much. All right, take care. Bye.